Shiba Inu demonstrated its strength yesterday by outperforming the majority of cryptocurrencies and displaying remarkable price rise that moved trillions of tokens. Shytoshi Kusama doesn't seem to be about to slow down. He believes that this is simply the start of something really significant. The fervor has returned, but what exactly is happening? Okay, let's investigate. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the curve in the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more SHIB news, be sure to click the like button. Something really intriguing in the Shiba Inu ecology happened at the beginning of this week. A peculiarity has rattled one of its key whale measures. An interesting tendency is revealed by data from Into the Block. Over the last 24 hours, there has been a notable increase in large transactions, with several over $100 million. The amount of these transactions has significantly decreased during the same period of time, in contrast to this spike in transaction frequency. According to the data, there have been 204 major transactions, an astounding 71% increase in the number of transactions. Usually, a spike like this would indicate that large investors have a positive and powerful attitude about the market. 204 transactions by major participants indicates that the market is making a significant and serious shift. This is not just a small blip. Imagine being at a large party when all of a sudden you see the most powerful individuals in the room gathering together and discussing some important choices. This is not something to take lightly. It's an indication that something important is occurring, so pay attention to it. In the finance industry, such large-scale investments are typically indicative of important investors' faith in an asset's growth potential. The unusual thing, though, is the stark difference in the number of these transactions. Shiba Inu tokens, which are used to assess the number of significant transactions, have dropped from $6 trillion to $2 trillion, a startling 67% decrease. Moreover, the transaction volume decreased by 63%, from $144 million to $52 million when expressed in currency equivalents. It's interesting to note that the significant price increase of the Shiba Inu token makes the proportion of volume decline in dollar terms appear lower. The token had a noteworthy spike in price of more than 24% in the course of the same 24-hour period. And this is something we ought to be aware of. Unthinkable as it may seem, Shiba Inu outperformed Dogecoin on Doge Day 2 days ago and even outperformed Bitcoin on the day of the cryptocurrency's halving, which was anticipated by many for 4 years. And this is really, really significant. Imagine that today is the day of two very important crypto-related events. Doge Day is being celebrated by fans of Dogecoin, and investors in Bitcoin are excitedly anticipating the halving of the cryptocurrency, which happens only once every 4 years. For these two cryptocurrencies, it's similar to the largest parties of the year, with everyone anticipating that Dogecoin and Bitcoin will take center stage. However, Shiba Inu appears out of nowhere and takes center stage. Shiba Inu's value soars, outperforming both Dogecoin and Bitcoin in terms of price performance, even though it lacks a unique event. Shiba Inu seemed to have quietly taken the limelight while everyone was preoccupied with Dogecoin and Bitcoin, leaving everyone taken aback by its unexpected surge to prominence. Even though Shiba Inu's shown such rapid growth, many people fail to notice it. This is most likely a result of people acting like we currently observe on the market. They completely ignore the purpose of cryptocurrencies as they grab their money and go on to other projects. Although they aim to maximize their return, none is received. This strategy demonstrates a lack of experience. It makes sense, on the one hand, why they would do it. Everyone aspires to earn success quickly. On the other hand, it fails as it transpires. As previously mentioned, they were all keeping an eye on Dogecoin and Bitcoin, but another cryptocurrency surged to prominence, causing them to miss out on possible profits. And here's something, as one Twitter user put it, that they don't really grasp. Their tweet reveals a 3-step purchase, hold, chill, and sell method that appears straightforward yet is incredibly successful for navigating the turbulent waters of Bitcoin investing. Although these processes seem simple, they contain hidden intricacies that many investors are unaware of, which frequently results in losses rather than rewards. However, why? Essentially, since feelings have a tendency to override logical thought processes. For many people, the initial step of purchasing becomes a difficult undertaking as they give in to anxiety and hesitate to make purchases at the right times. These people stay away from the market during bear markets, when prices fall and deals are everywhere, losing out on potentially profitable possibilities. The holding phase, which appears quite straightforward, comes next. All you have to do is wait for your investments to grow, right? False. Investors become impatient and chase after coins that have already experienced a significant increase in value instead of practicing self-control and waiting for their own investments to rise in value. Lastly, selling ought to be a simple procedure that locks in earnings. Unfortunately, avarice typically impairs judgment. Many people cling on too long, seduced by the prospect of even bigger gains, and watch their earnings dissipate rather than selling out when the time is right. The tweet emphasizes a very important topic. A thorough grasp of market cycles and an unwavering commitment to controlling one's emotions are prerequisites for success in the cryptocurrency space. It compares the cryptocurrency market to a player against player game, in which most players are mindless herd members with no clear strategy, much like non-player characters, NPCs. Investors can increase their chances of success by understanding market dynamics, sticking to the basics, and avoiding emotional investing. Aspiring cryptocurrency investors should take note of the sad reminder provided by the tweet. Remain informed, disciplined, and most importantly, on the lookout for the alarm bell of emotionally driven decision-making. For the majority of individuals, this is precisely what transpired. Despite not owning any Shiba Inu themselves, they were gaping openly at the Shiba Inu price chart. Anyway, to return to the topic of the Shiba Inu oddity involving whale transactions over the course of a day, let's review some important information. The Shiba Inu community may wonder what is causing this oddity because of how confusing it is. It is worth asking whether this unanticipated turn of events is the result of an error in the on-chain data calculations, or if it represents a real and unprecedented event within the Shiba Inu ecosystem. We do, however, know that this will be an extremely intriguing week. We are entering a week where ETFs will purchase an additional 1,000 to 3,000 Bitcoin per day, as disclosed by a Twitter user. ETFs now require 6 times the daily supply, compared to 3 times the daily supply prior to the halving of the fresh daily supply. Another Twitter user added that there will be a significant supply shock. Miners may now only produce 450 Bitcoin every day due to the Bitcoin halving. On average, US ETFs have acquired about 3214 Bitcoin every day. Are you prepared? As suggested by Twitter users, this surge in ETF buying pressure could be quite advantageous for the cryptocurrency market. In addition to boosting demand, significant purchases of Bitcoin by big institutional investors like ETFs also boost market confidence. The price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies usually rises in response to this spike in demand. The impact of this buying pressure is further amplified by the fact that the halving event has reduced the daily supply of Bitcoin. Because there are less new Bitcoins coming into circulation, the dynamics of supply and demand are more favorable to higher prices. The Hong Kong ETFs can promote themselves as a simpler, safer alternative for investors to invest in Bitcoin without taking on the hazards of futures contracts, given they do not have any exposure to futures short. It makes sense, then, that these ETFs will soon begin to advertise in order to take advantage of the growing interest in cryptocurrencies and draw investors to their products. We've observed similar behavior from BlackRock and other asset managers. In addition, we have a fresh update straight from Shytoshi Kusama, letting us know that a big SHIBASWAP upgrade is coming soon, and Shiba Inu should gain a lot of attention as a result of this. Significant upgrades to websites such as SHIBASWAP usually pique the curiosity of both aficionados and investors. New features, enhancements, or innovations that can improve user experience or open up new opportunities for token holders are frequently introduced in these upgrades. Investor interest in purchasing Shiba Inu tokens may therefore increase as a result of the anticipated advantages and opportunities that the upgraded SHIBASWAP platform may present. The demand for Shiba Inu tokens may rise as a result of this increased awareness and interest, which would raise their price. Finally, but just as importantly, the US tax season has ended. This implies that investors who had to sell assets to pay taxes have probably finished doing so. Because of the removal of downward pricing pressure, this can help markets. Consider a scenario in which a large number of investors liquidate their holdings to cover taxes, which would lower prices. This selling pressure releases after tax season, allowing prices to settle or even rise as demand picks back up. That makes for a fascinating week ahead. However, what are your thoughts about that? Please leave a comment below. I look forward to reading your thoughts.